gay marriage is an issue that a lot of I know you agree with, but to them, it's part of their religion, right? They're using it to destroy, and that's the problem.
I think that I think it's good to have boundaries.
Hmm?
And it's good to say, like, hey, man, I support this up until that point, and you're clear on what you support up until a point. But I also think that when you go too far into that stuff, that could also start alienating younger people to continue voting for the current thing that's happening right now. And you also got to look at it like this, right? Like, gay people in general have more disposable income than almost anybody on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when you have a lot of disposable income, you have money to invest, you have money to buy stocks, you have money to hold assets, start businesses, and do stuff. Meaning that you are the demographic that's going to benefit the most from Republican and Donald Trump like business policies, and it doesn't make sense to create legislation that's going to disenfranchise the people that benefit the most from that legislation.
Well, they didn't create legislation. Democrats created that legislation.
No, but what I'm saying though is that like it doesn't make sense to like block. It doesn't make sense to disenfranchise people that are going to benefit the most from from your policy.
Sure, it does.
That's what I'm saying.
But that bill wasn't. That bill had no real world effect because of the Supreme Court opinion currently in place. Had zero real world effect. That was to send a message. Okay, and that was to send a message that all of this cultural stuff is beyond debate now. It was being used as a political tool by Democrats, and I think it's very important as Republicans to not go along with that. I just do. I mean, it's kind of like this reminds me of the game where Democrats play. Will you condemn this? And they'll pick something random and they'll make you condemn it. No, I am not going to condemn that. I'm not going to play into your political games. This is what I want to do. I want to reduce inflation. I want to stick up for the working class. This is what I want to do, and I'm not going to play your games. I'm also not going to accept your categories. People's identities are not who they decide to have sex with or the color of their skin.
Yeah, nobody cares.
And
right?
I don't think the Republican Party should play into that. Because every time I get something from the RNC, which bothers me, is always based on, Hispanic Republican this or skin color or something. No, I'm not accepting this. We're people. We're parents. We're people who want to be parents. We're people who want to have a strong economy. We're families. I'm not buying into all
I agree with you. I think listen,
separating people.
Generally speaking, I think that if you want to get what's yours, if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, if you want to grow, if you want to help other people grow, if you value freedom and liberty, and if you hate communism, you got a place here.
Right.
And that's what I think. And it literally shouldn't matter what you look like, what your sexual orientation is, what you want to call it. Like, it doesn't matter. As long as you have those values, that's all that matters. But I think saying, like, yo, you can get married, literally nobody gives a shit. We're in 2022. Next issue, don't go read stories to children in a dress. You know, like...
Yeah.